Hey MMA fans, Caged Minds, your host Micah Frankel, doing prediction show for Bellator 62. Lightweight quarterfinal tournament time and a main event that will finally end the Season 5 heavyweight tournament. Let's get right to those lightweight predictions first though. Renato 10-1, taking on Thiago Myshel, 9-2. Nazare, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, very high ranked, has 4 submissions and 4 knockouts in his mixed martial arts career. He has very proficient boxing, a lot of movement, and throws straight punches. Thiago Myshel, he's basically been on the Brazilian circuit. He is a Muay Thai and kickboxing machine, a knockout artist, all 9 victories from the knockout, both losses from submission, and then this is going to be his first time in America. Not too much video out on him, highly touted prospect with very great striking skills. I feel that he wins this fight, Myshel, if he's able to keep it standing, get the knockout, not play on the ground with Nazare. On the other hand, though, he loses by submission, does Myshel, and I think Nazare will win this by submission in a transition with a rear naked choke. In the second round, we're going with Nazare, a rear naked choke. Next up, Bret Weidman, 18-7-1 versus Ambrose, who's 17-3. These guys are going to go into scrap. Bret Weidman, Dutch Muay Thai stylist, likes to throw a lot of punches, has lethal kicks, decent with his grappling, a judo brown belt, will go for the submissions, more victories by submission, well, very close with the submission to TKO ratio. Most of all of his victories are from the finish, only 1 decision victory for Weidman. Ambrose tries to do the exact same. I think he has 2 or 3 decisions, so just a few more to his record, but really a submission artist who Ambrose will rely on striking from Muay Thai. We've seen him in Muay Thai fights. And also, he has a wrestling pedigree. I think the wrestling pedigree is going to be the difference, and towards the end of rounds, or if he ever gets hurt in the striking game, I see Ambrose taking this to the ground, using the ground and pound, being the more effective wrestler, getting the top control, and winning this fight with a unanimous decision, seeing as how I feel their jiu-jitsu skills kind of offset each other. I don't see a submission coming, but anything can happen in mixed martial arts. But our official prediction is going to be Ambrose with a unanimous decision victory. Next up, Hawn, 11-1, taking on Ricardo, who's 14-1. Hawn, 2004, Olympian in judo. We know about his 7 TKOs and only 4 decisions so far, ripping through people at welterweight in the mixed martial arts world. Well, this is a lightweight tournament now, so he's dropping the pounds, maybe a faster, better, reinvented version of himself. The 1 loss on his record, we know from the Hawn fight, and it was a very controversial split decision. Could have went either way. So we have purely 2 fighters that have outstanding records. Now, as we talk about Trelawney has been finishing people with TKO submissions. 12 of his 14 victories have been finishes. He is a monster out there, but he is a counter striker. I think the aggressiveness, the core strength, the judo tosses, which will lead to the octagonal control, again, is what will lead Hawn to a win. Both of these men are finishers. There could be a finish at a sudden notice, but I like the aggressiveness of Hawn, plus his throwing ability to get this one to the decision and win it. Both of these guys have never really been knocked and hurt yet, so it would be interesting to see if there is a TKO possible. They both have the power. See if either man can connect, but we're going Hawn in a unanimous decision. Next one, which is the last one of the 4, we got Patryk, who's 10-2, taking on Lloyd, Woodard, who's 11-1. I left this out though, but Patryk is the Pitbull, and Woodard is nicknamed Cupcake, which is just intriguing to me. Well, Patryk, we know, powerful hands, good jiu-jitsu, trains with Team Nogueira, incredible balance as we saw in his cage walk last time, after he won on top of the Bellator cage around it when he beat Kurt Pellegrino. Patryk has been a highlight machine since hitting Bellator with the Rob McCullough knockout, Toby Armada knockout, Kurt Pellegrino knockout. I think he really is, on paper, the favorite for this, but if there's anyone to defeat him, it would be Lloyd Woodard. They're both going to come swing, they're going to go hard, and Woodard has power and dynamite in his hands too. A knockout can be coming for sure, but I feel it's going to come from Patryk, and that he will win this. Second round TKO due to strikes. Pitbull advancing through the cupcake. Now we're on to that main event. The American soldier, Eric Prindle, who's 9-1, taking on a big monster, Thiago Santos, who's 10-1. As we saw in their first matchup, they're both very big boys. A raw power advantage has to go to Eric Prindle. Eric Prindle has a straight boxing advantage. He needs to cut his angles, hit a big shot, and he could knock out Thiago Santos. On the other hand, for Santos, we saw how easy it was to get the fight to the ground. As long as he's able to enact all this, I think that we'll see another rear naked choke submission victory from Thiago Santos. We got to also put in perspective, though, here, Eric Prindle's fighting off the flu, concerns of last week, and then also that Thiago Santos, there were some rumors that he was having some weight issues last week. So from the knowledge that we know, not the unexpecteds at the night of the fight, I'm going with it. A rear naked choke, first round, Thiago Santos, and he'll meet Cole Conrad, and I think he's the best person to give Cole Conrad his next challenge in Bellator. So our 5 picks for this event in Bellator 62 are going to be Rene Nazare with a rear naked choke, going to take J.J. Abrams with the unanimous decision, Rick Hawn with the unanimous decision, Patryk Firday to win with the second round TKO, and Thiago Santos with a first round rear naked choke. This has been Caged Minds, uncaged war within yourself. Thanks for watching the show. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, like the videos, subscribe to the videos. Have a good night.